There's a culture of insulating illegal aliens in LA. And that's why you guys are getting this very raw and violent retaliation from these individuals. Democrats never, almost never, want to be a part of immigration enforcement. Most Democrats would prefer to simply not run on immigration, say everyone's equal, we love you guys, and then on top of that, basically allow these people to come in because they know that immigrants overwhelmingly vote for the left. That's why they can't go hard on these motherfuckers, because a lot of these people that are destroying these cities voted for Newsom. So let me show you guys a tweet that I had. So I write here, the only reason these liberal degenerates are running the streets of Los Angeles and taking over is because law enforcement is not putting their foot down hard enough. This comes from weak leadership from Democrat Governor Newsom and Mayor Bass. Democrats are more worried about their poll numbers and voters than going hard at crime. Make me fear, give me 1 million zip ties, the feds and National Guard, and I will have these idiots off the streets within 72 hours. And I'm dead ass about that shit, bro. The only way to deal with violent leftists is to arrest them, put them in jail, and let them cry about fascism from behind bars. There's times to have a democracy, and there's times for authoritarianism. This is a state of emergency, and if things don't change, we won't have a Los Angeles anymore. These idiots no longer deserve democracy. It's time for a dictatorship on these fuckers. Remind them why they left their shithole countries before we send them back. Now, I know some of you guys might say, whoa, Byron, that's super authoritarian. Dude, sometimes you have to take absolute power and get control to bring order back. Once you do that, then you're good. But right now, right, what we got going on with these fucking crazy fucks is you can't reason with these people, okay? Because the thing is that they're mentally ill. They don't have the ability to reason and understand, oh, maybe I shouldn't, attack cops. Maybe I shouldn't be throwing rocks at cruisers. Maybe I shouldn't be looting stores, which, by the way, every single night that this crash is going on, at night, they loot the stores. They literally loot the stores and destroy all the property inside, right? So at some point, you got to fucking deal with these idiots, man, because people's lives are getting destroyed with this stuff. So it's absolutely ridiculous. Let me show you guys some of the looting here, if I can. And it really pisses me off when I see people looting, dude. More chaos in LA as looters flee Adidas store with armfuls of merchandise. What does Adidas have to do with fucking illegal aliens, right? What does that have to do? Because here's the problem. For every few good protesters, there's going to be shitheads that try to take advantage of the situation, right? And when they try to take advantage of the situation, they use the pandemonium to their advantage and they destroy property, steal property, and fuck everything up. There's no reasoning with these idiots. There's no reasoning with these idiots. Whatever. Oh, Byron, that's fascist. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Do you want your city back or not? Do you want your country back or not? Right? And this is kind of the thing, right? This is the problem with Democrats, right? And I can tell you guys this from a very unique perspective when I was on a job, right? July 6, 2010, excuse me. July 6, 2010. I EOD'd, entered on duty with Immigration Customs Enforcement, ICE, Office of Investigations, right? ICE OI, what it was called back then. They later changed their name to Homeland Security Investigations. I came on as an intern in the Boston field office. I was assigned to the National Security Group, right? And a big component of that group was going after students from special interest countries that overstayed their visas that pose national security threats, right? Spent time there. I interned in a human trafficking group. I interned in a HIDTA group, high intensity drug trafficking area group, etc. And I did this for many years. I became an agent in 2013. During the majority of my time, right, in my early years, Obama was president, right? And typically, depending on who's in office, that dictates how hard you can go on certain types of crimes. So when it comes to immigration, guys, the Democrats don't like open immigration enforcement. What do I mean by this? They don't like raids. They don't like operations that will bring news companies they're watching. They hate worksite enforcement, right? And worksite enforcement, guys, or WSE, it's basically where you're raiding a factory and arresting a bunch of illegal aliens and you're arresting the people that are running the factory, right? That's worksite enforcement. So what ended up happening was during the Obama era, though he deported a lot of people, a lot of times it was like border entries, he was very reluctant to tell ICE to put their foot on the gas and arrest people that were already here illegally, right? And then on top of that, under the Obama administration, sanctuary cities flourished. And a sanctuary city, guys, is basically typically a blue or left-leaning city that allows illegal aliens to kind of operate without having to worry about anything, right? Because the state and locals aren't going to ask them for their IDs. State and locals aren't going to refer them to ICE. state and locals won't even uphold an ICE detainer if they're arrested. So in other words, let's say a Mexican dude, right? Juanito decides to get drunk a bunch of Modelos, gets in his fucking, pickup truck and fucking hits somebody, right? Wait, oh my God, I killed her, oh my God, right? Police arrest him. ICE puts a detainer on him because they find out that he's an illegal alien. The local police, a lot of the times, will not honor the detainer, and what they'll do is they'll let him go. Let's say he gets a bond, or he gets released on own recognizance, whatever, they let him go. They don't hold him for ICE. This was a big problem in a lot of cities all across America, right? Them not honoring detainers and using these sanctuary cities to their advantage. So what you basically had, guys, was years upon years of free flow immigration, right? And the reason why is because, like I said before, Democrats don't put their feet down on certain crimes, especially immigration. So what ends up happening is these people move into these cities get overrun with illegals and immigrants, and when you do decide to run an enforcement operation, like Trump is trying now, getting a lot of pushback. But that's cumulative moving of illegal aliens to LA and South California for years. For years. So now they've hardened their position. And there's so many of them that they're rebelling against these immigration operations. Right? And then on top of that, add in the fact that the Los Angeles Police Department and the Los Angeles Sheriff's Office stays away from immigration altogether. I know this for a fact because I remember when I was there with Vitaly, we caught a couple guys that were illegal aliens. And when we told LAPD, I told them straight up, I was like, hey, this guy has no status, by the way, FYI. He's like, oh, no, don't. Literally, bro. They were like, we don't know. We don't care about status at all. Like, they were not trying to hear it, bro. When I was there catching the predators, Vitaly, in LA, they were not trying to hear that shit, bro. So there's a culture of insulating illegal aliens in LA. And that's why you guys are getting this very raw and violent retaliation from these individuals. But again, there's multiple problems here. So we need to identify the multiple problems. Number one, presidential administrations before that didn't want to enforce immigration. That's number one, right? Two, Democrat leaders, mayors, governors, etc., that do nothing when it comes to cooperating with or assisting the feds with enforcing immigration. And then number three, what do you expect is going to happen? It's literally like the perfect storm. You got a bunch of illegal aliens. You got Democrat leaders that don't want to put their foot down. They operate like this for decades. Then, when you finally decide to put your foot down and say, all right, man, we got to send some of y'all niggas home, wow, they go nuts. And that's why you guys are seeing what's going on right now in Los Angeles. Democrats never, almost never, want to be a part of immigration enforcement. They never want to because it's a very touchy and disliked topic. To be honest with you guys, enforcing immigration is damn near political suicide because you're damned if you do it, you're damned if you don't. So most Democrats would prefer to simply not run on immigration, say everyone's equal, we love you guys, and then on top of that, basically allow these people to come in because they know, Democrats know this especially, that immigrants overwhelmingly vote for the left. And a lot of them vote illegally too, let's be honest here. So they don't want to go ahead and ostracize their voter base. This is why Democrats are always able to get the women, the immigrants, especially the women because of the reproductive rights and everything else like that. The blacks, they get it because of this tolerance. But the problem is that tolerance comes at a cost. And that cost is you kind of side-eye or look the other way when it comes to order. Because a lot of these people that are destroying Los Angeles voted for Newsom, voted for Bass. That's the truth. That's why they can't go hard on these motherfuckers. Because a lot of these people that are destroying these cities voted for Newsom. That's why he's sitting there saying, oh, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. While the city's on fucking fire.